What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It's I, James, and Courtney. RedoptionAgency.com. 22 years selling on eBay. And I've got good news and I got bad news. Oh, man. All right, so if you remember, night before last, it appeared eBay shut down for a good 11 hours or so. I had one sale in 11 hours. Last night, overnight, was a little bit worse, actually. Well, at least for sales. For the last, since 2:49 a.m. Central Time. So for the last 6 hours, nothing came through. And the person that just paid was an offer I took. So one of the offers I took that came in overnight was paid this morning. But nothing has sold straight up since 2:49. So about 6 hours. But that being said, even with the 12-hour shutdown the night before, eBay bounced back yesterday, surprisingly for me. So hopefully, being it's Friday, hopefully it'll do the same thing, because more people spend on Friday usually than Thursday. So we will see. We will see how the bounce back will be. But so I only got like 5 orders here, plus a Bonanza. So I've technically sold more on Bonanza in a certain time slot than I did on eBay. Go figure that one out. But let me go performance. So let me go to yesterday's numbers here, so I can see what my costs were also. So I ended up with $795 yesterday after that 12-hour window shutdown. So just imagine if I would have a 24-hour actually working eBay website. I could still hit, even with my sales off, still hit my $1,000 mark pretty easily. Because usually overnights, before, when I had the sale on, I would do on a good night, over $250 in a night. So I have no idea what that would look like now, because I don't think I've had a complete working overnight appearance-wise since I started this. But like I said, being I'm not doing volume, it's hard to really tell. Maybe this weekend I'll try to figure out something with my lower dollar CDs and cassettes and stuff, to try to figure out a way to move them a little bit faster somehow. I got to figure that out, because like I said before, I don't show up as lowest anymore because I don't have a sale, so I'm not closer to the bottom, I should say, when people shop by lowest. So, but if they bought 2 or more, I'd be in line with some of the lower big dollar resellers, music resellers, media resellers. So gotta figure that out. Anyway, net sales yesterday, $390.19. So well above my low end money I like to be in net sale wise at the end of the day. My shipping costs were 45.2, so under 50 where I need them. And 60 items sold. But again, 20 of those were repeat buyer coming back with that soundtrack of that cassette. So he bought 20 more. So he bought what, like 53 from me now? I probably had close to 300 of those. And if not, I've got more in storage maybe. So hopefully he comes back for another 20. So that was a nice $70 right there. So it's nice to move those items. It's literally I've had in stock one way or another on eBay off and on for the past 15 plus years. So to finally start seeing those move is kind of cool. And as I read before, he's giving them to his customers. I'm not sure what he does. I need to ask him what he does. Any customer that spends over $50, he gives them one. So apparently he's getting customers. So that's good. Good for him and good for me. So my average per sale item was low yesterday because of those 20 items at $3.50. So $13.25. So that's the only reason that that's that low. I have no problem with that because 70 items, those are going to ship for 20 items, probably ship for $8 or so. And that's where I've got to figure this whole shipping thing out. Maybe instead of buy two, get free shipping, maybe I do let me do the math here. Buy one, get one free. It'd be, if not on sale, it'd be 6 and 12. 5.99 items, that's $12 free shipped. Buy one, get one would be $5.99 plus $4.25 for 2 items. So $9.25 as opposed to $12. So $2.75 less, but would that, taking that $2.75 hit per order, bring in more multiples? Maybe 3 items, 4 items, because the shipping's going to cost me the same on 1 to 5-ish CDs. Maybe that's something I play with just for the weekend and see what happens. So as of this morning, actually let me go to traffic. See what the split was yesterday. Again, 60 items sold, 50 promoted, 10 organic. So we're still hanging around that 10. We were 9, 5, 10, 5, 7. So that's looking like the future of eBay. 51,000 items, 10 organic. Without that repeat customer, it would have been 30 promoted, but still, that's still. So as of right now, we're at 8:45 a.m. I've got 3 items sold, all 3 promoted, for a total of $46. So we'll see if there's a rebound today. I'm hoping for at least as good as one as I had yesterday. And at least my percentage down has gone down. I'm only down 11.4 now in the morning, so that's good. So that's at least headed in the right direction. But definitely the complaining about the website, there's a lot more going on out there now, a lot more sellers complaining, so that's good to see, especially on the message boards. I mean, just there's a lot more people counteracting against the people complaining about the issues on the site. There's a lot more people who can see it now. But will it help anything? Hopefully so, but probably not. So you just got to keep getting louder, and hopefully it will do something. But the way eBay structures himself, they're not going to say anything about nothing. So you got to kind of force the matter until they break, until something happens. All right. let's go to question and comments. Since I've only got a few items to ship out. And what's weird is things like I've had some postcards in my store for a few years with no activity. Then yesterday I had about 6 or 7 of them sell. This morning I got another one sold. So it's weird how something like that seems like it's been hidden for 2 years. Then all of a sudden, boom, surprise. But of course, that could just be my perception. So not necessarily factual. I do remember when I first put them up, though, I did have a little bit of action on a couple of them. And they kind of just disappeared. But let's go to questions and comments on YouTube, and then we will ship the few items I do have and hope for a bounce back day. So yesterday's video kind of took off, almost at 3,000 views in less than 24 hours, so that's good. Oh, today's Friday. Let's check the week. Update on sales. What sold? The top 5 items that sold. And what's going on with the money. So, custom. All right. So total sales for the last, it was an offer I took yesterday. Total sales for the last week, $5,269, down 4%. Net sales, $2,814, down 18%, which is, I guess, expected since the week before I wasn't doing the shipping on eBay for a complete week. Selling cost, 41.2%, so that's definitely good, down below 50. Average per item, $16.62, up 3%. With 317 items sold, down 7%. All right, top 5 items sold last week. Coming in at number 5, we got vinyl records. $266, down 25%. Number 4, men's t-shirts at $312, up 19%. And I drafted a lot of t-shirts yesterday, so kind of one of my areas I'm shifting to, trying to get back to. I used to sell tons and tons of t-shirts. I had repeat buyers in Ohio and I think Florida who was always coming in like once a week buying just common like phrase t-shirts from me and stuff like that. So kind of shifting back to that. When Adrian or Jan goes to the bins, I tell them make sure to find any kind of t-shirts you can find. So number 3, as always, cassette tapes, $454, down 20%. Still haven't really listed many cassettes. They're all kind of, the problem with my cassettes right now, they're all deep in the storage and I can't get to them. And that's my problem with cassettes right now at the moment. Music CDs, number 2, as always, $691, up 2%. And number 1, as always, hats. $1,285, up 12% on the hats. So it's good to see the hat still up there and actually going up with my sales off. I might not be selling as many, but at least the money is there. So selling higher dollar items. So far, I'm definitely not upset. I still didn't turn on a sale this week after my clothing ended on Tuesday, I think it was. Tuesday night. So I still haven't turned on anything. So maybe for the weekend, I'll turn on the media as a buy one, get one and see if that sparks anything and see how that works out. I mean, it might bring my average per item down. But if it keeps my cost low also, because I'm selling maybe 3 or 4 instead of, just 1, my costs are going to be about the same, but my revenue is going to go up if they buy 3 or more. It'll go down a little if they only buy 2. But then again, nobody's really buying 2 right now, so technically would it really go down? Honorable mention coming in at number 6 is MLB, aka Cardinal Stuff, $239, up 54%. So that's where we are with the top 5. All right, questions and comments. So, 1, less sales equals less work. 2, higher sales, possibly more money in the bank. Number 3, happy are you? Sounds good for the current situation. Right on, you long-haired, hat-wearing monster. All right. That's funny. Selling since 1998 and have never offered up advice. But with 2,400 listings and time under my belt, I feel okay giving some. I listed a reasonable price with offers off. About 25% of my listings sell within 7 days. I no longer list while eBay has me turned off. Nobody seeing my fresh listings is, well, bad. Have as many listings as possible in ready-to-go drafts and carpet bomb when you are on. Every little bit helps. A response to that was, I like your theory. I think the same, but when do you know that you are on or off? For me, even when I'm off, if I list some decent stuff, I could have one of those sell, So the only thing I think differently on that is I just constantly list, period. The only backlog I have is usually because they haven't had pictures yet. So I've got a big backlog of drafts that I got to take pictures of today, but but even on the days I'm off, I'm trying to think of an example because I know there's a couple that stand out to me when I can grab them. That stood out to me in the past week when I felt I was off, but I listed and one sold. A couple polo hats. I had a polo hat about 3 days ago. I put up when I was off and it sold immediately. And there was another one too. I don't know if I felt like I was off when I listed it though. So at least one polo hat is what I'm thinking of right now. But response to one of my growing up in the 80s videos. Food run, man, I swear we lived the same teenage hood, including clothing, style, and music, great times. Best week last week, then silence nothing for a week. It's not normal. Next up. I always value your views and opinions on all things. So my question is, do you see eBay as being on a downward spiral? And do you think they will recover from all the issues and dropping in sales? Or do you think they will continue to meddle with the site? And when they keep losing revenue, they will just keep squeezing the smaller profit sponge till the platform dries up. Well, I've always been an optimistic person. And from the things I've read, as I've said before, I think it's just like a phase. Throw in all these changes at the website and figure it out later. Now, whether that leads to complete destruction or a happy utopia is yet to be seen. Because who's to say when all the changes are done, it's still not going to take 3 years to fix all the issues. Because take an example, the offer issue that's been going on. There's been an offer issue for a month, probably a little over a month now, where it'll air out when I try to take an offer. I have customers who say they can't accept offers. When that happens, I tell them, just wait a few hours, try again. Wait a few hours, try again. There's intermittent problems going on with the offers. There are consistent complaints now, constantly on the tech board about the offer issue, about customers not being able to accept offers, sending offers being a problem. So there's been a problem around the offer issue for a month. That being said, if they've been trying to fix it and haven't been able to fix it, then that looks bad. If they're just ignoring it because they're throwing everything onto this website and figure it out later, that also still looks bad. But which one is it? I don't know. And there lies the problem. On your question, will it straighten out when time is efforts put into fixing something? Or will it be at the point where nobody knows what they're doing and they can't fix it? And us not knowing if they're working on that problem, we don't know the answer to that. And we never will know. I do believe that the next quarter revenues, when they come out, they're going to be drastically down. The promotions might be leveled out, which in my eyes will be down, because you've had your spike, you had your change, now you're going to ride that, and if you're not making actually more money from it, then technically it's down. And then that might say, oh, well, we got to figure another way to squeeze out money from the sellers. Since our buyer count's going down and our profits aren't going up, instead of looking at the entire problem going, the website's screwed up, we need to fix the website. So I think the next quarter revenue is going to be the crossing line. And we're going to really see some pressure put on the upper management of eBay. But will that be something positive where they'll fix the site better? Or will that be something negative where they found out another way to fee us? So, and with the current CEO and the way the site's been going for the last little while, I unfortunately see another squeeze before I see a fix. That being said, I could see in 2 years from now, he not having that job, somebody else does, and they come in and reverse some of the things. eBay in the past has been known to reverse things that are kind of strangling the seller. And right now we are being strangled bad, not just on the fee side, but on a platform that does not work properly. So we're not only being strangled, we're being kicked at the same time as we're being strangled. So the future I see goes one of two ways. And I don't think this first one, even though I'm optimistic, I don't see the first one happening. The CEO smartens up and makes changes more positive for the site, which will in turn make things more positive for the seller, i.e. making it work so we can get our sales. Or the CEO is out of a job, there's somebody new, and they listen to the people a little bit more and realize that we're being strangled. And we'll make some changes in our favor that way too. I see that way happening 80%, the other 20%. Because I think once a CEO has a set mindset, it's that whole adage, you've got to make your vision work. You've got to see your vision to the end, and it's a sink or swim situation. And I think his vision is sinking, and it's going to come back on him here sooner than later. And it's going to take somebody else to come in and revamp and delete some of his vision in order to make it a more profitable and happier website. Because it ain't just the sellers who are unhappy right now. There's a lot of buyers. The only problem with the buyers being upset is when they can't check out, they're just not coming back. We're stuck here because this is our livelihood. And I'm not saying all this in a negative. It's more factual and feeling what may be happening in the future. It's more factual and theory than it is complaining about something. I mean, you can't complain about something. Well, you can complain about it, but it ain't going to change a fact, right? Facts over feelings. But trying to figure ways around it and having an optimistic outlook on the future is where I try to lay right now. So trying to get back to that mindset to keep all of us motivated and to keep listing, because fourth quarter's coming up and we've seen weird things like yesterday. I had 12 hours of nothing, but yet had almost $800 bounce back. With 12 hours, I can't say 12 hours of my day, because it's probably only of my day, 6 or 7 of those hours, one of the two. So in an 18-hour-ish day, I had $800 of sales. Well, in a 24-hour day, I could get 1,000 plus sales. So, and when you times that with everybody else, all the sellers, that 12-hour window may have cost me, say, $300. And I feel in the last 2 years, with all the problems, I feel there's been about $200 a day less made because of the issues for me alone. One little seller, $200, which is huge for me, not huge for eBay. But you times that by the millions of sellers who are having the same issues, the bigger sellers who may be even feeling like they're losing $500, $1,000 in a 12-hour window when nothing's coming through. All that adds up. And that, in my opinion, is the biggest reason why the bottom line is going down on eBay. Not the bottom line, but the sales on eBay, because the whole promotion kind of lifted them back up, but so on the bottom line. So, but the sales part of it. All right. Next up, definitely something going on. 0 sales, but 15 watchers sent offers. No buyers, not normal. All a waste of time. Let's see. Let's hope that's all you can do. Help more than you know. Thank you. Saturday sales were excellent. Sunday was a big fat 0. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday sales have been on fire. I average over 100 per item. Could be what we are selling that makes a difference. Also, are your account metrics close to perfect? The algorithm may be looking at that also. Yeah. Definitely what you sell makes a difference, clearly. But my account metrics are all perfectly fine. My store's always in pretty good condition, which makes me want to check my... Since Scam Forms doesn't seem to want to work on eBay in the evening. Again, last night, couldn't print up no scan forms. So I know I want to see if my late rate is changing. Tracking uploaded on time, still 99.53, so still staying steady. So that's good to see. Only a difference of 18, 29, 32 pages not scanned on time. So not too bad of a... I've never been at 100%, even though I keep up 100%. For some reason, that's never been 100%. It's always been about 99.5. So it's about normal for my, why it's that way, I have no idea. So yeah, all my stuff's normal. Let me look at my impressions and stuff yesterday compared to, actually they were down yesterday 1.2 million, 1.3 the day before, 1.2 the day before, 1.2. So I'm still in the 1.2 to 1.3 million, which is, down from the 1.6 to 2.1 where I used to be before that big crash in the middle toward the end of last month. My tummy's making all kinds of noises. But, yeah. All right, next up we've got let's see what this one says. Let's see. If you look at eBay Q2 of 23, stockholder slideshow, you can basically read in as much. They state 4% of sellers left eBay in Q2 and 6% less buyers were on eBay in Q2 of 23. Yeah, but like I said, I think a lot of the lesser buyers is because the ones who are having problems are just going elsewhere to buy the issues too. So I think that, question is how big of a chunk of potential sales were squashed because of the website issues. I'd be curious. See, that's a number that I think's very important in that, because I don't think the numbers of customers would be down as much if the site was working properly. So would that made them level? Would that made them positive, or still would they have been backwards? That we don't know. Then in the slideshow, they pitch the entire promoted listings have increased revenue, correct? They state the future of eBay is great because of how they have innovated the new ways to generate fees from sellers. Exactly. And that's the stranglehold, because you can't grow on a platform like that unless you are growing the sales. And with the website issues, you're not growing the sales, you're taking the sales away. So that's why I think the next quarter, you're going to see everything down. The promoted fees, even if they're plateaued, that's technically a negative in my eyes, because you didn't do nothing to increase. So eBay is dying. The worst part is they are pissing everyone off. That's the biggest problem. And I mean, sellers were going to be here. Well, the ones who can survive are going to be here. Buyers are not just fickle, but they're not going to take it. There's a million options out there, and there's plenty to choose from. And when you tie into eBay, scam, fake stuff and the China crap mixed on top of that, it doesn't give eBay a good look to the consumer, and consumers can kill you. Sears, Kmart, malls, things can change overnight almost. Can make it seem like it changes overnight. Who's to say, and I don't think this is going to happen, but who's to say eBay is not going to be the first Sears of the internet? A huge company over a long period of time and then just couldn't keep up. Or made the wrong decisions, I should say. Sears could have easily kept up if they would have made more. I mean, if Ace Hardware can figure it out, why couldn't Sears figure it out? They had more places. Well, technically, I don't know, but I would think they had more stores in a city than an Ace Hardware. Maybe, maybe not. In St. Louis, I'm trying to think. I mean, I only know of a couple of Ace Hardwares left, but they do the whole delivery also, same day delivery type of thing. Sears could have went that route. They could have figured it out, but they didn't. So will eBay figure it out, or will they continue to go downhill? You'd like to think there's always going to be, it's eBay, it's not going nowhere. But you know what? In the 80s, you would have thought, it's Sears, they're not going nowhere. Who's to say the next technical innovation, whether that's something Whatnot does or whatever the case may be, I'm just throwing that out there as an example. I doubt that would happen, but doesn't come up with this whole next new innovation of, 3D hologram auctions, and then all of a sudden eBay's relevancy is next to nothing, because I can stand here, turn on my camera, and just hold things up, and people are buying them as I hold them up, kind of like Whatnot is now, but you're in a 3D room with me, and am I onto something there? Maybe I need to create that. But you know what I mean? So I don't think squeezing the buyers is the advancement they need. I think the working website needs to be started first, and then always an eye to the future of technology. And I think they're trying to do that with whole AI and stuff, but AI and descriptions, is that really necessary and a thing? To me, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of resources. But I may not know the end game goal there. And maybe they're looking at it as, it makes sense if you're selling brand new hair dryers on eBay, high-end hair dryers, and you're selling thousands of them a month, then the AI description would probably make sense. But then again, if you're selling those items, you're already using that description because the company who put it out already made the description for you, and you can just copy and paste that into your description. So kind of like a specs thing, if you will. So to me, it's either a first step or is a waste of time and money for AI and descriptions. But like I said, I don't know if there's an end game to that, if that was just a test to see before AI is integrated some other way, which is possible. So I always try to keep an open mind about it all, even if it's something that at the moment I feel is pointless. Doesn't mean in 2 months from now I might see it differently. So blame Joe Biden. That's funny. Where's the next one? It says blame Trump. No, you blame the voters, and you blame the people who rigged the elections. I've never had trust in elections, so that was way before the whole Trump thing. When it comes to politics, I trust nothing government-wise, and believe that every election ever has always been fixed and rigged some way, somehow. Whether that's by money, well, mostly by money. I was the one who was shocked when actually Trump won because he was an outsider going into a politic world. So that was actually a shock to me to see somebody that actually gave me a little hope. Like, well, maybe they're not as corrupt as I thought. They're letting an insider in. But now when you look at it, it's like they're trying to make an example out of the outsider so nobody else does it in the future, or make sure they play the political ball, if you will. Like if you're going to come into our politics, you better play ball, or this is going to happen to you. Indictment this, indictment that, indictment this, and that. We're going to make your life a living hell for many years to come, type of thing. Because at the end of the day, when you put government and businessman head to head, guess who's going to win? The one who makes the rules. Business plays by the rules the government makes, the politicians make. So who's going to be the big dog on top? Who's going to win every time? The government. All right. eBay has forced me to get a job. Not sure what they are doing, but maybe it's on purpose. I don't know anymore. I have no answers. I'm going to stop there just because I think that's the biggest disappointment going on right now. And I've said it before, I feel I'm only surviving because of quantity. There are people who are surviving because of quality. There are people who are surviving because of quantity. And it feels like everybody else is struggling. If you're not one of those two, you're struggling. And that's what's sad, because that's not what eBay is about. eBay is about the stay-at-home mom raising 3 kids who can gain an extra $500 a month by selling on eBay, who's now lucky to get $100 a month doing the same thing. Those are the dreams that it's killing right now, and has been for the past 2 years. And I do feel this year, 2023, has been the worst of the past 2 years when it comes to the amount of glitches and server failures, system errors, problems, period, on the website. The past 4 months have been the complete worst. And it feels like it gets worse every month. This month is worse than last month when it comes to the amount of problems. So you got to do what you can do to keep hanging on. And that's where, I'm trying to shift my focus for you guys, is keep listing. Obviously, fourth quarter's coming up. Start cross-listing. If I had to start cross-listing, what is that for? Oh, okay. I thought it was a code for something. I'm like, I didn't sign into anything. Yeah. So, speaking of cross-listing, I did get a Vendoo sign up this morning. So thank you, thank you guys, AKA guy or girl. Thank you guys. Whoever signed up and used my affiliate link below for Vendoo, I appreciate that. And I did get 1 Giro pack this morning. So thank you guys for that also still too. I didn't check the number to see if I am at my Giro pack stuff being paid for yet with affiliate money. But if you'd like to buy some Giro pack bubble mailers or poly bags, the affiliate link below, Urban Picker code, save 10%. I appreciate it. It's kind of cool knowing my items are going to be paid for. Never had that before, so that's pretty cool. When I stop and think about it, I trip pretty hard on that. I'm like, wow. But yeah, here. So the scan form did not work last night. Error generating scan form. All right, let's get this stuff. That's international. That was not pulled. That was just paid. All right, purchase shipping labels. Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, why didn't that pull over to that? Alrighty, let's get going. First up, we got one of the postcards. I found a bunch of postcards at the bins, like several copies of different ones, and this is one of them here. So I got several more left. I think like 9 or 10 more of these. This is roadside store between Tuscaloosa and Greensboro, Alabama. So I love these old things, man. That's why I love driving back roads so much. You see the remnants of this stuff. What once was. That's why I hope one day all this can be regenerated through pictures online and stuff in a 3D world where you could go back, but essentially time travel in a 3D environment, internet-based platform where you could walk down Route 66 as it was in 1966, if you would, or even drive down it in a video game and it look exactly the same and look real, like you're really there. That'd be cool. Of course, I'll probably be dead before I get to experience anything like that, which is a shame. That's the one thing I've always said my whole life is what I'm going to miss the most when I die is the advancement of technology. All right, so we got this. Headed to St. Augustine's, Florida. Not counting my loved ones who died prior and the ones that I'll probably, who's going to watch me die. But when it comes to the world stuff, this sold for $7. I do got 9 more. Just drop them, James. Drop them like they're hot. These are the broken ones. For some reason, he stacks up there. All right, put that in here. Nice purple Giro pack. You can have them too. Or any color of your choosing. Affiliate link below. Urban Picker. Save 10%. Hey, if reminding you guys every video helps me out and it helps you out, then hey. If that makes me a sellout, then I am a sellout. But am I really a sellout if it's helping both of us? All right, let's head to Julie. Julie H. Next up, we've got... I just put this up a couple days ago. Castle Rock Entertainment. You probably recognize that logo at the end of some movies and some stuff, or the beginning of movies, one of the two. That sold for $30. It's nice getting full price from the items. It's a nice feeling. That's the positive of changing my ways up a little bit. It's getting that full price for maybe selling less items, but getting that full price is oh so satisfying. $30 for a 25-cent hat. Makes you feel good. Makes you feel like you know what you're doing. Even though the website at times makes you feel like you don't know what you're doing. All right. Tommy M. Tommy. Do like a Tommy thing. Next up, we got Lost Planet Extremes Conditions for the Xbox 360. That sold for $5.55. $5.54 technically. That could probably use it. Might play though. This one's on the edge. If it could work, I think it'll work. Let me see if Gloria needs resurfacing. Nope. I was gonna say I'll resurface it if she does. All right. Purple Giro pack. The colors make me happy. That could be a new song. That could be my first sellout song. Giro pack colors make me happy. Affiliate link below. Save 10%. Use the Urban Picker. What was it? Some of those movies where, what's that Jim Carrey movie? Where he was in the world. In a created world. And try, blah, blah, blah. What are you talking about? You're scaring me. Dude, I've watched that movie twice, 3 times, 4 times. I'm brain farting. Truman Show. That's what it was. Had to think. Think, James, think. Truman Show. No, that can't go media mail. That's got to go ground advantage. And Nevin S. Oh, that's kind of cool way of saying it. Nevin S. Nevin S. That could be your nickname, Nevin. If you watch my videos, you're in Anchorage, Alaska. Your name's Nevin, and then your last name starts with an S. I officially give you the nickname Nevin S. If somebody already didn't. You have been James nicknamed. Gloria Stefan CD. Sold for $6. Giro pack colors make me happy. It was only a matter of time before I created a new song, a new little jingle, if you will. All right. Let's see, ground advantage. Ooh, no, ground advantage is higher. Oh, because it's going to Puerto Rico. Carlos P. Carlos. And next up, I took an offer on this morning just because I saw sales were so crappy. So we got a pair of Adidas soccer shoes, $10. Head to Miami, Florida. So what you want? What you want? What you want? All right, they paid for standard, not priority. Oh, well, let me make sure that priority's not cheaper. Should be. Let's see. Let me do the thing first. We got, nope. Yeah, we got 1, 0. 15 12 by 4. Miami, Florida. Priority is not cheaper. All right. And that's going to Justice. DTP Justice. Not sure what that is. All right, prices look good. Review purchase. Print and confirm. Print labels. Print them out. Nice and fast. Print labels. With thermal that always lasts. All right. We got the shoes going to Miami. We got Carlos. Oh, you do not just stick to my tape gun. How dare you? Carlos. Nevin S. Makes you sound luscious or something. Nevin S. If you're a guy and you call yourself Nevin S, makes it sound like somebody wants to take a bath with you or something. Nevin S. Don't ask, I don't know. Tommy going to Seattle, Washington. And Julie going to Augustine, Florida. All right. Could not find paper yesterday. I think it's hidden somewhere in the house. That's why they steal the last from Jan's printer. She rarely prints. So hopefully she won't miss it until I find some. All right, print scan form. So yeah, it didn't even generate yesterday. Bummer. And print. HP print. Now on the pirate ship. And we got, headed to the UK. We got a Bob Marley t-shirt. This one may have been found in the Smoky Mountains at my little secret hidden shop that I'm going to make sure I go back to in November. I know I found several concert shirts there. I know I found a Johnny Cash on the Zion tag. I think I found the Bob Marley. Found a Black Label Society vintage shirt. Found lots of good clothes there. So if that place is still there, this time I'm going crazy with the clothes because I'm going to go there first. So I've had to fill up my whole car with dollar clothing from this place. And last time I think I got 2 trash bags full of clothes. So, and I left a lot behind. So I think if it's the same pricing and stuff this time, I'm going to at least double my clothing from this place. And they help feed people. So it all goes to a good cause anyway. They feed people and they clothe people for job interviews and stuff like that. So it's all about helping the fellow human out. So this sold for $15. And they were, I guess they don't get at least not high volume resellers in there who buys 2 trash bags full of things at one time, because they were oh so thankful for the money I spent there. You know how sometimes when you go to a Goodwill, and if they don't like resellers, which makes no sense when they don't, or you have a whole cart, you have people, you're taking away from people who could use that. This place shows you exactly what thrift stores are about. Because when you buy a bunch of stuff, they're thankful because that money goes to help people. It's not to sit in your store. It's to help people. So it gives you that real-time feel of what it's like to be a reseller going in thrift stores and loading up. And then if you know you're making a lot of money, you throw in extra money in their little donation thing. So, well, they're only charging me this, but I know I'm going to 10 times my money. Here's an extra 20, or whatever. So, you always do that little something, something. Something, something. Always kind of help out when you can, where you can. All right, next up, I got a Bonanza order. We're reviewing your case from the buyer's return. So I sold the Metallica album. Oh, it's not as described. It's got a little spot on the corner, which is ridiculous. So I refunded them. Of course, they countered because I didn't give them the shipping back. And the case is closed and decided to issue the buyer a refund of the shipping without any impact to you. Ridiculous. People who do that, I'm just going to block them. You're just wrong. There's nothing wrong with the damn thing. You just didn't want it and you know how to work the system to get your entire money back. That's what it is. All right, we've got Hotel del Coronado hat. Sold for $15.60 on Bonanza. Headed to Coronado, California. So there we go. Going back home it is. It sounds like, anyway. I would guess that's where the hotel is, if I had to bet money on it. So you're going home, hat. Yeah, the road is called Del Mundo. So another Del Coronado. Hot home, please. Now I gotta use stamps. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Boom. 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 I forget to click something. Oh. I think I forgot to click something. Took for so long. So what you want? Brass monkey, that funky monkey. Brass monkey junkie, that funky monkey. I messed up somehow. I'm getting like paying 2 things for Pixlr. Yeah. Figure out how to cancel this reoccurring thing, because I'm paying for it on my card, plus it's coming out of PayPal. Okay. I guess that's not how you do it. Cancel. There we go. You're good. Thank you. Thank you for saying I'm good. That's pretty awesome of you to call me good. Boom, boom, boom. Ad tracking. PayPal tracking is a pain. I like the places where all you have to do is scan and it knows exactly who's sending it. And they know that it's shipped because you scan the code. Boom, that is complete. We have completed the day. All right, or at least the morning. All right, so that is all. We are $64.56 at 9:43. So we shall hope for another bounce back day. And we will know later how the day's going. All right. Maybe I'll do, I don't know. It's Friday. I'll do whatever I want to. So there might be another video. It's Found on Friday. I can go do a Found on Friday. I think I can only spend I'm only going to spend put a limit on half of what I've earned. I think it's about $180. So I'm only allowed to spend half of that. So about $90 limit today. I'm going to go do that. So cool. Give me something to do. Haven't been out of the house all week. All right. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Later.